Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Want to make sure everybody can hear me okay? Good day, good day. Want to make sure you can hear me. I'm in a different location. Is the sound coming through okay, or is it muffled? Hello, everybody. Okay, perfect. Just a little bit of an echo. We'll have to get the room set up so that there's some sound barrier. Hello. Testing, 1, 2, 3. They can lift the window. Not sure any of that's going to help, but yep, we don't know if it's on your end or our end, but we suspect that any internet difficulty will be on our end. We were promised that our internet would be set up at the location, and come to find out we don't have internet service here. So we were misled. It's par for the course. Yeah. So I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone as a hotspot. I'm not sure how well this broadcast will go, but nevertheless, if we can go live, we want to go live. We know weight loss is something very personal and where one needs a lot of emotional support, educational support, community support. So unless I can't, I'm usually going to go live. Murphy's Law, what can happen will happen. We'll talk about that today too. Hey, everybody, letting everybody get, it feels like it's been a week since I seen you, and it was only since Friday. So I guess it was a long weekend. Hey, everybody. Testing, 1, 2, 3. We're going to get started in just a moment. Did everybody get a text message? Did most everybody get a text message? Always a few that don't. But awesome. I didn't even know we sent out an email. So somebody sent an email. Nice to know. Is that Tiani? Nice to know. I had no idea we sent emails. I thought it was just text. Oh, Captain Zabby wants me to add her. Hold on. I'm really out of sorts. We're in a new location, so I'm more out of sorts than normal. Let's promote Captain Zabby. Hello, everybody. I didn't know. I didn't know we sent an email. That's good to know. Hey, welcome everybody. We're about to get started with a Q&A session. No topic. We are still out of sorts from our move. Many of you know that we rent, and the landlord. Hey, Petra, you can sign up, www.travis.live, www.travis.live. I'll have to find out what this email is. I have no idea. But we have been moving all weekend. We still have a lot left to do, and the smooth did not go smoothly. We're supposed to have internet here at the new location. We actually rent, and our landlord said we had to go. Landlord wanted us out so that he could take advantage of these astronomical appreciating home values and sell the home, and we could not afford that home. So we had an emergency move. We thought we crossed our T's and dotted our I's, but we didn't. We thought we did, but we didn't. So I have no internet. I'm using my phone as a hotspot, so the broadcast may not be as smooth as normal. Hey, everybody. All right, here's what we're going to do. Since we're not really back in the swing of things, we're going to open this up to Q&A. My name's Travis Martin. I've lost more than 100 pounds with the program, come off all prescription medications. Program's changed my life, and it's changed tens of thousands of other lives too. And we're glad all of you have chosen Shibboleth as your lifestyle, and that you're a part of our great community, our ever-growing community. We feel like that it requires a safe place for people to share. Does change. Not only a safe place, but good educational content that's safe and effective when utilized. There's a lot to weight loss, and we try to cover all the bases for someone who has struggled in the past with losing weight. Our members have now cumulatively lost well more than 4 million pounds, and more than 7 million inches have been self-reported as a loss. So amazing things going on here on the planet, and we're glad that you're a part of it. This is most of the time our Q&A session, where you're supposed to go on and watch the fast track videos, take the test, pass the test, and earn the fast track badge. That way, the Monday through Friday sessions with me will be more meaningful to you. If you don't understand the basics of our program, unfortunately, it's likely that you hear things here that just confuse you and you leave. It really is easy. When people say Shibboleth is so hard, they've never watched the fast track videos and never got a free one-on-one appointment to make some sense of that. So we're here to help you. So you got to decide what you want out of this program. Do you want to lose weight and keep it off forever? Then we're your plan. We don't exclude any macronutrient. We do not believe in excluding any food group forever. There's a time and a season to do that if you're trying to heal, or you're trying to physically recover, build your immune system, trying to build muscle, trying to burn body fat while keeping muscle. So everything's about situation, the person's goals. But the reason Shibboleth is a great lifestyle, you can do anything. Once you learn our simple daily customs, we call it customs because we're changing a culture. Your family, it may be like mine, that there's an obesity generational curse, and it's up to you to break it. How do we get in this mess? Through our daily customs. How do we get out of this mess? By changing those daily family customs. And then it'll have a ripple effect on the people that you really care about. So it's practical, sustainable, and fun. I cannot return every single email. Us keeping our prices very low barrier to entry, so that we can help everyone. That consumes all of my time. So instead of me answering individual emails, if you got one out there for me waiting, it's just not possible. So I do these sessions Monday through Friday at 11 to help you personalize your approach, make sure there's no gap in your information. Now, if you don't like group sessions like this and you still need that one-on-one help, we've solved that too. We have a great team on standby Monday through Friday to help assist you if you'd rather do one-on-one with one of them. Now, if there's something they can't handle, they come and get me. And if it's something I can't handle, together you and I will go get your doctor. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get started. Any questions, please post them in the Q&A section and we'll get to it. Is there a way to earn more holidays, perhaps by using Tiger, Lion, or Shark Days? Great question. I don't feel that you need more. During the weight loss phase, 6 holidays to eat whatever you want should be plenty. It should be plenty. Once you get into maintenance, you get 12. So if we're able to earn more than 12 after we hit maintenance, I believe from a behavior modification standpoint, we're just cruising for a bruising, because we're wanting to continue to eat. And even if you're managing your weight, eating sugar and starch and processed foods is not good for you. Now, with that said, I've operated I've operated this way for years. I will not have a holiday unless I earn it. And the way I do that, if I'm trying to lose body fat, it takes me 6 perfect days and there is a dashboard for that. Yeah, there's a dashboard for earned holidays. But what that is if you're in the weight loss mode, every 6 will earn you 1 holiday. That's how I live my life. If I'm trying to maintain, let's say I know there's a month where one of the weeks is a vacation, one of the weeks I'm going to be out of town. Hold on. The window up didn't help. One of them's out of town. 1 week's out of town, 1 week's a vacation. My anniversary falls in that month. Then I'll flip it over to maintenance mode. And then I have to have 3 perfect days to earn 1 holiday. That's how I run my life. But I try to never go more than 12. That to me is a bad sign. And that little dashboard, if you're using it, can show you how many you've earned. Now, the reason I built that, it didn't really go away from the program. The reason I built that in the system was so that I didn't feel guilt. I could look at that dashboard and know I earned it. So that's a great way to use it, E. Is it okay to have bio coffee with an approved snack bar? The Chocolate shake hurts my tummy. Beano, maybe add more water to it. Is it okay to have bio coffee with an approved? It's best not to, but of course you can, because bio coffee is a half a snack. And then if you have a snack bar, well, actually I'd have to know what the snack is, and then we'd have to call it a meal, because you'll be going well over your calories. Yeah. And bio coffee, 17 grams of starch. It's going to be dependent on what the bar is. And then we may, if we're lucky, be able to turn it into a perfect pairing. I have to know the specific bar. Otherwise, I fear you doing that, because if you choose the wrong bar, it's a snack bar. Bio coffee's a snack. Now you've got 2 snacks together, which could be way too much starch. If you're using the Mission Zero Net Carb, the small ones, if you're doing a wow challenge like the cream cheese and sugar-free jelly, can you use 2 or just 1? If you're using the 25 calorie ones, well, 1 is always best. I'm always going to say less, because we tend to be a community that likes to push the boundaries and get more. We want to max out every meal, and I don't think that's the right mindset. But these are really tiny. So if you have 2 of those, you're still only having 50 calories if it's the ones that I use and the ones I'm thinking about. Okay, so Cindy wants a pure protein bar, and I want to use the coffee and bar for lunch. I'll let you do that. So if you use 1 serving of bio coffee and a pure protein bar, you need to put that in your journal as a perfect pairing. Yeah, and Tammy, if you could, you're Joni 1, add a pure protein bar and a bio coffee as a meal, a perfect pairing meal episode. You can do the same thing with a Quest bar, a Shibboleth bar, and a 1 bar. You could do that, make that a meal, a perfect pairing meal. All right. I think we've got all the Q&A. Any other questions? Way to go, Melanie. Doctor says, lost 30 pounds since last visit. A1C went from 7 to 5.8. Life-changing, healing stuff. Great job. Oh, yeah, yeah. Husband wants to go to Long John Silver's. Yeah, temptation does happen, does happen. Thankfully, we can have an approved meal at Long John Silver's. What about the Robert Irvine bar? If you do the one that's less than 200 calories, again, I want to make it clear that if you're in a weight loss mode, you're pushing the boundaries. It's okay if you want to push the boundaries. I don't mind. Just don't get upset when you're not losing. If you do that a lot, it's the difference between losing 3 pounds a week and losing 1.5 a week. So if you can stand less weight loss, then the Robert Irvine bar, the one that's under 200 calories with a bio coffee would be a perfect pairing. If you do the big Robert Irvine bar, you need to have that with regular coffee, not bio coffee. The lap videos are right, probably gonna make you mad at yourself. They're right in front of you, okay? So I'll show you real quick where they are. Where are the laps? So I'm gonna go to dashboards, the quickest place. I'm gonna click dashboard. And then when I click dashboard, fast track, right here's your fast track. And here are your laps. Right here is each lap. Let me know if you need more guidance. Right here's your laps. I went to dashboard. Let's do it again. Dashboard, fast track, and here's your laps. Let me know if that makes sense. Off track for a while and trying to get back. What can I have with cottage cheese for a lunch option? I should ask you what you should have, Miss Cindy. What do you think you could have? Let's walk through that. So Cindy wants to know what she can have, and she should know. You all should know, okay? Because she's not throwing out some abnormal, anomal. I mean, this is something we all know about, right? So low-fat cottage cheese. What category is low-fat cottage cheese? Now, Cindy, let me know when you go. This is a good teaching moment. Say, no, stop, Travis. I don't know what you're talking about. So low-fat and fat-free cottage cheese is category 1. What can you have with a category 1? Y'all name her some stuff. We want to know this ourselves. That's what I'm here for, so I'm glad the question got asked. But what about when I'm not here? So category 2, right? So could you have celery? Yes. Could you have, somebody said tuna. Could you add tuna to it? Could you have a tuna, cottage cheese, and lettuce? Yes, that would be a 1 + 1 + 2. It's 3 items. So really, it's just a 1 + 2. What else could you have? Cucumbers. You could have cucumbers. Could she add some? Could she have a category 2 piece of toast and some cinnamon and butter spray in her low-fat cottage cheese? Yeah, you could do that. Could she have some whole eggs with cottage cheese, low-fat cottage cheese? Could she have 2 scrambled eggs and a 1/4 cup of low-fat cottage cheese? Could she have 1 scrambled egg, 1 egg white? You could have a scrambled egg. It'd be a 4 + a 1, which just counts as a 4. So if you just portion control it. Could you put PB2 powder in it? You could as a condiment. You could use a little bit of that as a condiment. Does that make sense? Whoever, I forget now, the question's gone. I think Tammy's already deleted it. Did that make sense? Got it, Cindy? Oh, there it is. There it is. What can I have? So is that what you wanted to know, or did you need more options? Okay, next question. Who's next? If the doctor says you're insulin resistant, does that mean you have diabetes or what? You're well on your way to diabetes if you have insulin resistance. Absolutely. Amongst a host of other health problems. Yes. Yes, insulin resistance is a step towards diabetes. Absolutely. So we need to fix that. Whoever's dealing with that need to fix it, and you can fix it. Once you end up with full-blown diabetes, you're going to wish that you'd done the program consistently. It doesn't happen overnight. You're going to wish you'd done the program if you wake up one day with full-blown diabetes. That doesn't mean that all hope is lost. You can still manage the amount of insulin that you have to give yourself when you have full-blown diabetes. But you know, it's unnecessary to have to deal with that. That's a really bad problem. It is an indicator of premature death. So we must get that under control. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. Insulin resistance, you do not have diabetes unless the doctors diagnosed you with diabetes. When they diagnose you with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, you don't have diabetes. Understand that. You don't have to give in to that. Just because you have pre or type 2, really no such thing. Those are warning signs that you're on your way to being a full-blown diabetic. And it's still reversible. How do we reverse that? We follow Shibboleth. Follow Shibboleth. Not making medical claims, not treat and cure diet. You need to talk to your doctor. Maybe your doctor wants you to do Nutrisystem, then do that. But everybody here that's dealing with pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, talk to your doctor, not me, but I fix mine. And I know thousands of other people that fix theirs, but you got to start now. You got to start. You got to start. Was told that I have extremely high cortisol, many other things. So did I. So does everybody operating in a chronic inflammatory state from sugar, starch, and low activity. So my sweet friend, you can still fix that, but you got to fix it. None of those, all of those things, when people tell me that their thyroid isn't working, they tell me that they have high cortisol in their high amounts of cortisol, the stress hormone in their body. You're operating in a state of chronic inflammation, not you specifically, but globally as a group here. You're not doing the program consistently. You cannot waffle. You can't go back and forth. If you can't do Shibboleth, for goodness sake, go find a program that you'll do. Life is so precious, and I see so many people suffering and hurting, and it's just unnecessary. Just follow the program and watch what happens if you follow it for 6 months. But don't let the devil use these things. I see it every day. Travis, it's just too late for me. I have high cortisol, or I have my thyroid doesn't work, or it's underactive or overactive, or a gazillion things. None of that stops you from losing excess body fat and getting that under control. None of it. None of it. But we have a tendency to go, well, I guess I'm just stuck with it. Just genetic predisposition. Wrong, 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 wrong. I'm not going to tell people what they want to hear. And today's people, most people want to hear, yeah, you really, nothing you can do, so that they don't have to try. So they don't have to look in the mirror and go, this is on me. We want to be able to look in the mirror and have an excuse that makes sense to us so that we don't have to go for it. So we don't have to do the effort. Because the mental work of changing all of your past food addicted behavior, it takes the emotional and mental work can be draining. But once it takes hold, it becomes as easy. Eating healthfully becomes as easy as not eating healthfully used to be. But Lord help us, we have so many excuses. And when the doctor says your thyroid's overactive or underactive, you go, see, I can't help it. You know deep in your soul, I better get an amen. You know deep in your soul that that's just something that you're saying so that it's a cop-out, so that you can say, you know, see, I just can't do it. I know I'm not picking on you. Obviously, I'm not your Photoshop YouTube wellness coach with pumped up muscles because I'm on drugs. I'm a real person. And I'm, as far as real people go for my age, I've done pretty well. And it's because I quit using all of the excuses I used to have. My doctor, God rest his soul, he told me so many times, it's just a genetic predisposition, Travis. You can't fix any of it. It's not. It's not. You got to stop making the excuses. Everybody here got to. I made hamburger soup with ground chicken, okra, and cauliflower rice. Would that be a 1+2? So it depends, Michelle. So if your chicken was lean, your ground chicken was 96% lean, you had a 1+2. If you cooked okra or whatever in a cooking spray or MCT oil. If you used 93% lean ground chicken up to 95.9, then you had a 4+2. You had a 4+2. If you had 85% lean ground chicken, you had a hollow meal. So it's all dependent upon the chicken. Now, I don't put Shibboleth approved recipes in my journal in a combination. You can, I'm just telling you, I don't. Every Shibboleth recipe is just an approved recipe, but it's up to you how you journal it. It's probably better to put combinations. Sometimes it can get hard when you're trying to put down the combination of a soup. In this case, it's very few ingredients, so you're fine. But I usually, if it's a Shibboleth approved recipe, I just put approved recipe. Patricia Hurt. Hey, Patricia says, I'm 82, have hypothyroidism and cardiomyopathy. 9th year of Shibboleth, maintaining my 40 to 50 pound weight loss. And she drops the mic. She didn't. She's not arrogant enough to do that, but I would drop the mic. Mike, how about that? How about that? I'm 82 years old, cardiomyopathy, hypothyroidism, 9 years on Shibboleth, maintaining 40 to 50 pound weight loss. How about that for a mic drop? See, that just gets rid of everybody's excuses. Way to inspire, Patricia. How can I overcome this? Cooking a meal for grandchildren, and I wrongly added Quest chips with black beans, tomatoes, and onion soup, excuse me. I think it made me have I don't know why that would make you have a holiday. Quest chips are a category 1 or a snack. Black beans is a category 6. If you don't overgo your portion, all you've mentioned is a 1 and a 6. Is there more in there? You'd have to tell me if there's more stuff in there. But with what you posted, if you just control your portion, that's an approved meal. Anybody else? Any other questions? Going once, going twice. Are all hearts and minds clear? We will try to do Jack tonight, celebrate the amazing success those Pirates had, but it's a try for thing because right now I have to go find my pirate suit. You may get Travis tonight. My pirate suit is hid somewhere in all of this move. Now, I never knew a move could be so daunting. Hey, Amanda. Down 7 pounds after leaving the ship. Good job. How do you jumpstart a stable weight? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean you hit a plateau, Lucianne? You think you've hit a plateau? If that's what you mean, okay, can you tell me how long your weight has been stable? You've not changed your weight? How many days? 1 month. Have you had any holidays? No holidays, and your weight hasn't moved. How much more weight do you have to lose, if you don't mind telling us? Almost done with my questions. Well, that's part of the problem. It's not a problem, it's a good problem to have. And did you journal the last month? Okay. So I would get a one-on-one appointment and have somebody look at your journal, and just so that you can get that last 10 pounds off. Those last 10 are very difficult. So you probably have plateaued because you're getting down to your ideal weight range. The only way to get rid of those last 10 is to be more restrictive with your eating until you get those 10 off, and or exercise. Get a lot of steps is my recommendation. So if that last 10 pounds is really important to you, you're going to have to hit your turbo button, which is your Shibboleth shield plus your red column, -2 and -3 meal replacements, and lots of steps. That's what you got to do. Everybody understand the problem here? She's hit a plateau. She only has 5 to 10 pounds left to lose. So the only thing we can do if we really want to get that off is hit the turbo button. That's the Shibboleth shield, red column, 2 to 3 eating episodes a day temporarily, red column, 15,000 steps a day. You'll get there like that, just like that. It's just that extra effort now that you're at goal. You're basically at goal. And what I recommend is if your real goal is 10 pounds lighter, get 5 below that, because it'll mess with your mind if you don't. 5 below that, so that when you go into maintenance, you end up right where you want to be. Is it okay to have bowel movers? Okay. All right, answer those. Any other questions? Did everybody get something out of this today? Did you get what you needed today? It's probably going to be about a week before Sasha and I are stable here at the new location. We got folks coming out to the house to figure out why the internet's not working. All kinds of stuff going on. Pray for us. We're really overwhelmed. We're casting all of our care upon Jesus. We have financial challenges. We have new location challenges. We're going to keep doing what we do. Somebody asked me, did Sasha and I just work all the time? Because I'm going live in the morning, going live at night. We do. But every once in a while, life throws stuff at you. And when you're the only one teaching in your company, thousands of people, you have to take a day off. So, or a few days off. Life will, I don't mean we take days off. We shouldn't take days off, because life will give you enough days off, is what I meant to say. So we've got some challenges this week. We'll work through them. Thank God for Julie Marandino's challenge. Those of you that need the extra support and accountability of ongoing challenges, then Julie's got challenges this week and next week. So when we had a decision to make, do we do another week of Jack, or does Julie do what's on her heart to do? And we didn't have enough signing up for either challenge. So I figured I would just back out of mine and let her host hers. And I'm glad I did, because we don't have good internet. So it's been an ongoing problem here in Florida. How can I find steps in miles? Does this make sense? If you don't have a tracker and you're having to count that manually, then you take, on average, 2,000 steps is 1 mile. For a lady, typically about 2,200. So I would just average it out. 2,000 steps is 1 mile. If you're tracking steps and you want to know your miles, and you don't have a device that does that, all the devices do that, I thought, but maybe not. I use Fitbit. So if 2,000, I would say 2,000 steps is 1 mile if you're having to manually make that computation. Patricia says for her it takes 2,500 steps, because she's very small of stature. So it could. That's why I said about 22, 23 for most women. Patricia's 5'2", so it takes her more steps than it would me. I can usually get a mile in about 1,800 steps, but I just count 2,000 steps as 1 mile when that's necessary. Katie, I think Sasha's already in the process of refunding it. It was easier on her rather than figure out who wants it refunded and who not. It stung, but anyway, we felt it best to refund everybody. I think she's just gonna cover that across the board. But thanks for the question. More people would have wanted the refund, so it's just easier for her to refund it. That would have made it easier if everybody would agree to that, but everybody won't, so. Anybody else? Anybody before I go? Margaret, they're talking about the Jack Challenge. We're not doing another one this week, and there's people that need to be refunded since we're not holding that challenge. We really didn't have enough people to make that one work anyway. People can handle Jack in small doses. Thanks, Karen. No, Julie's challenge is underway. She's doing that this week and next week. Appreciate all the prayers. It's going to be all right. That's what Sasha and I told each other last night. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Just some change. God will take care of us. It'll be all right. That's what we tell y'all, so we have to believe it too. Anybody else? All right, y'all. Lord willing, I'll celebrate some success with the Pirates tonight. Don't forget Julie's challenge, and Sasha and I will spend most of this week going live at 11. But trying to figure out when we're going to open enrollment back up, trying to figure out when we're going to be able to get back to normal schedule. So, all right, everybody. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Talk to you again soon. Bye.